Hey guys, Mainkiller7 the Radical Ranter. So, here's what we're doing today. A fucking Battle Royale, the continental United States. Nobody cares about Alaska, fuck them, and nobody cares about the useless state of Hawaii either. Um, for all intents and purposes, they have been kicked out of the United States for being incompetent or useless. We sold Alaska back to Russia, fuck it. As you can see, none of this has been modded, even though I favored Texas to win as being a native Texan myself. So we're gonna see how this goes, and let's fucking get into it. Oh, before I forget, the name of the game, I'm gonna turn this down a little. That is very fucking loud. The name of the game is Age of Conflict, I believe. Something like that. I'll post it in the description. Let's get back into it. Oh, Nevada and Idaho formed an alliance. Iowa's at war with Wisconsin, and Wisconsin's about to die. Yeah, there goes Wisconsin. Texas and Oklahoma at it as natural. And Oklahoma doesn't seem to be... seems to be about even. Although Texas seems to be losing now for the moment. Arizona and New Mexico at it. Oregon getting fucked by Idaho and Nevada. Oh, there goes New Hampshire, conquered by Massachusetts. Arizona's about to get eaten. Ohio at two-front war with Kentucky and Michigan. Maryland's conquered by Delaware. New Jersey conquered by Delaware. Fuck, Delaware's on a warpath. Mississippi getting eaten by Alabama. Vermont conquered by New York. Washington looks like they joined Oregon. Looks like a few are signing alliances over here. Virginia's at war with Delaware. Kentucky and Ohio at war with West Virginia. Okay. Utah versus Idaho and Nevada. Florida signed an alliance with somebody. Oh, Florida and Tennessee. Right down here. Kentucky was conquered by Ohio. Utah conquered by Idaho. Swallowed. Indiana getting skull fucked by Ohio. California versus Nevada. Nevada's about to die. Indiana versus Ohio. Tennessee versus Illinois and Indiana. There goes Nevada. Nebraska versus Iowa. Wasn't smart on Nebraska's part. Michigan at war with Minnesota. Rhode Island conquered by Connecticut. Connecticut seems trying to get a little bigger. Delaware conquered by Virginia. Arizona conquered by California. New York conquered by Massachusetts. What the fuck? Tennessee conquered by Illinois. Virginia's getting eaten by North Carolina and West Virginia. Florida fucked Georgia. Florida didn't even try to put up a fight. There goes Florida. Virginia, North Carolina knocked out Virginia. Now West Virginia is the Virginia. Kansas fighting Oklahoma and Colorado. Looks like they're on a team. Oh, all three formed peace. Oh, bye-bye Idaho. Yep. They got fucked by Wyoming, California, and Oregon, it looked like. Louisiana's dead. Florida fighting Alabama. There goes Louisiana. Washington gave mountain to Wyoming. Well, Arkansas conquered Louisiana. Now Missouri wants to conquer Arkansas. Alabama and Florida were still fighting. Oklahoma versus Kansas now. Oh, and Arkansas. Nebraska's about to die. They're fighting a two-front war. Oklahoma versus Texas again. And they're losing to Arkansas, but they're conquering us. I don't think that's a brilliant move. But now they're fighting back against Arkansas. Kansas was just Kansas conquered Iowa, or conquered by Iowa, but Iowa had conquered whatever the other state was, Colorado. Ohio fighting Indiana, Missouri fighting Oklahoma, Alabama is in a treaty with Florida now. California seems to be a big player this time. Pennsylvania. Oh, Ohio conquered Indiana, conquered by Indiana. California and Texas at war. And it just seems to be a meat grinder at the moment. Texas gaining ground. Washington supporting California. That's typical. Arkansas versus Oklahoma again. Doesn't look like Texas is in an alliance with anybody. Okay, so they're in an alliance. All of these motherfuckers are in an alliance, it looks like, for the most part. Yeah. Okay, so Texas isn't with... I don't know, Texas maybe, yeah. Missouri about to get eaten. Illinois was conquered by Iowa. Iowa conquering the up. And Michigan with Minnesota. Oklahoma is out of the war. Missouri was conquered by Iowa. Illinois was conquered by Iowa. So Iowa's just fucking everyone. Massachusetts just conquered Pennsylvania. Alabama coming back with a fury against Arkansas and Indiana. Oh, looks like they left the alliance. Okay. And as did Arkansas. Okay. Indiana conquered by Alabama, as I said. Tried to conquer Arkansas, but Arkansas's a little bit pissed. Though, when it comes to money, I think Alabama might have the upper hand, or they were going to. They just signed peace. North Carolina versus... North Carolina trying to pick on its younger brother. North Carolina is the only Carolina. Oh, no, they signed peace. South Carolina begged for it. Michigan's upper peninsula holding, as is their main. And Arkansas taking out Oklahoma. Oh, signed peace. And Michigan coming back with the fury, fucking up Iowa. Iowa fighting now in the south again. Minnesota begged for that. Oh. Look how close Minnesota was to dying. Montana versus North Dakota now. Massachusetts versus Michigan. Well, they've taken a number of other states. Texas joins the Treaty of Florida. Iowa establishes a core. Oh, well, there went Nebraska. Okay, so let's stop here for a moment. States, we have a total of 20 states left. California, Washington, Montana, Wyoming, Texas, Oklahoma, both Dakotas, Minnesota, although not for much longer, I guess, Iowa, Arkansas, Michigan, Alabama, Florida, both Carolinas, barely south, West Virginia, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Maine. And the only person Connecticut can fight is Massachusetts. And Maine can only fight Massachusetts too. We'll see what happens. South Dakota versus Wyoming. West Virginia versus Massachusetts. Iowa versus Oklahoma. And South Dakota as well. Okay. North Carolina back at the war. South Carolina may survive because they're fighting with Alabama as well. But there goes West Virginia, conquered by Alabama. Iowa's in the war now as well. Looks like it's a triple war. So both Dakotas are allied here, fighting Montana. South Dakota is fighting with allied with Iowa, fighting against Oklahoma, but Oklahoma's winning. North Carolina's about to die because South Carolina's the only Carolina. Oh no! They had a core. They had a additional core. North Carolina making ground again. Montana dying. And there goes Montana. Lost to South Dakota, specifically. Texas and California. Oh, and Wyoming. Okay. Iowa versus Michigan. And Minnesota as well. Minnesota's about to lose all their control right here. Yeah, there it goes to Missouri. Yeah, Michigan takes out Minnesota. Now it's just Iowa versus Michigan. Iowa doesn't look like they're winning. That doesn't look like it changed much. Looks like we kicked into Wyoming a bit, though. Oklahoma at war with Wyoming. They're about to die. Oh, Wyoming begged for peace. That looks like slowly Michigan is winning, but I'm guessing Iowa may do a resurgence here. But it won't be from this, it'll have to be from this front. North Carolina seeking to regain lost ground, but they're also fighting Alabama. Arkansas versus Alabama. And Texas versus Arkansas, okay. Alabama getting just. They look delicious, apparently. Arkansas seeking to regain some lost ground against Texas. South Dakota decided it likes a two-front, it likes getting double-teamed. Oh, South Dakota may be dead. South Dakota may be dead. Oh, North Dakota's the only Dakota. Okay, got it. North Carolina seeking to make themselves the only Carolina. Oklahoma and Arkansas at war with Texas. Although Arkansas may be gone. Arkansas may be gone. Oh, there goes Arkansas. Now we're up fighting Oklahoma. Okay. And we're gaining. Texas is gaining. Come on. Get Oklahoma City. That's what we want. Texas has more money, but Oklahoma's getting support from Michigan. Oh, Alabama's supporting us. Oklahoma begged for mercy. Iowa fighting a skirmish with Wyoming. Oh, when did North Carolina get eaten by Massachusetts? So I guess South Carolina's the only Carolina. And now that they're fighting Alabama and South Carolina, Iowa's getting partitioned like Germany and Soviet Union did to Poland. Iowa's going to be Poland this time. We're down to 13 nations. South Carolina and the Alabama Alliance are pushing back against Massachusetts. Fuck the New Englanders. Iowa supporting Massachusetts. I don't know why they did that. Ooh, Michigan's now getting double teamed. Massachusetts and Iowa. Was not seeing that alliance come out. Connecticut is supporting Massachusetts. Yeah, because they're your fucking shield, basically. What the hell? Is that still Iowa? It is still Iowa. I didn't realize they still had a small contingent right here, so. Wyoming versus Iowa. That's a skirmish, boys and girls. That's a skirmish. South Carolina about to get eaten by Massachusetts unless they sign peace. Alabama's fighting as well. Looks like Alabama's making headway, but South Carolina's just getting fucked. Michigan and Massachusetts versus Iowa as well. Oh, South Carolina. Are we witnessing the last moments Carolina no longer to be? Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh, barely. Iowa? Oh, no, they still had a cord. But there goes Iowa, ladies and gentlemen. They're out of the war, out of existence. Texas versus Wyoming and California. We're making progress there. Michigan versus Massachusetts. Looks like Massachusetts is slowly pushing in. Oh, Wyoming has a fuck ton of gold. Double what Texas has, practically. Jesus Christ. Massachusetts has 10,000 as well. Michigan as well. Alabama just supported Texas with some gold. Although California has much less. Oh, Wyoming all of a sudden got Oklahoma joined with us. I have Oklahoma and Wyoming still at war. Oh, and with Iowa. Or Michigan. Don't know why I said Iowa. Maine just said, fuck it, we'll become part of Massachusetts. I was not expecting that. I was still waiting for these motherfuckers to go to war. Wyoming not doing good with the double team. Alabama just swarming through Massachusetts. They still have money, so not a little bit surprising there. What the hell is going on here? Okay, that was odd. Massachusetts regaining some lost ground. Oh. Looks like they broke the morale of the Alabama. About the Alabama. The country the cousin fuckers. I mean, the family fuckers are already gone. That was Arkansas. Wyoming almost gone. Wyoming almost gone. Oh, Wyoming out of the war. Oklahoma now against Texas. Looks like that's about to end real quick. In Iowa versus Alabama and Michigan, Massachusetts. It looks like it was a war and then kind of stalemated. Michigan still versus Massachusetts. Oklahoma stretches all the way to Canada. And Canada has completely closed its borders. They say, fuck y'all. No more people until you sort your shit out. Alabama versus Massachusetts and Michigan. Although you probably have some Canadians feeding into Massachusetts. That's why they're doing so well. And I think Massachusetts is just going to be responsible for war crimes. Michigan's about to die. Oklahoma, Eaton, California, and Washington. Massachusetts signed peace with Alabama. Michigan no longer controls their lower peninsula, but they're holding the line at the northern tip of it at least. Washington versus California, it looks to be Washington and California versus Oklahoma looks to be a stalemate at the moment. Or no, I'm sorry, it looks like it looks to be a stalemate with some. California making progress though. California making progress. They signed peace. So who's the next war with? Florida abandoned the Treaty of Florida. Alabama versus Massachusetts. Okay. And Michigan and Oklahoma versus Alabama. Alabama versus Florida. And, oh no, Florida versus South Carolina and Alabama. Okay. Florida joins Washington's alliance. What? What alliance? Yeah, what Florida? Oh, Alabama conquers the South, but they're getting destroyed in the North. Oh, they finally figured out how to hold the line. South Carolina gets a little more land with the conqueration of Florida. I mean, Alabama destroyed them. South just said, hey, I'll take the land, thank you. Oklahoma getting pushed back quite a bit. Looks like they are unable to handle the power of the Washington-Californian alliance. I never knew those two states were that close. Oh, Connecticut now in the war with Alabama. Looks like it's the New England alliance versus Alabama. Massachusetts established another corps, so they're going to be harder to knock out. Connecticut united into Massachusetts. And Massachusetts is now even stronger, but it looks like they may not survive long. Each war they got more and more pushback. They're almost out of gold. Alabama is not. So they may die. Washington abandoned the Washington Pact. The only reason they were living doing so well against Oklahoma is because they had California to help them. California may turn around and eat them. Okay, money going every fucking where. Alabama versus New England still going on. Massachusetts, I'm just going to rename them New England. That's all that is now. Oklahoma and the Michigan alliance versus Alabama. Texas is supporting Alabama. Okay. I'm going to have to disable gold trading somehow. Washington versus California is going on now. Yeah. Massachusetts joined the South Carolina Commonwealth. So they're in an alliance now. Next time that war goes off, Alabama's going to get fucked from two different directions. Massachusetts supported Alabama. What the fuck? Washington's doing very well against Washington. Oklahoma's fighting a two-front war against Washington, or it was. Alabama and Texas. Texas regained some lost ground. California, Washington looks to be Washington doing quite well. What's with this peace? Alabama looks like a fucking bird. Look at that. A really fucked up bird, but a bird. His mouth is open. That wing's down. This wing's up. Looks like it may be on fire. California versus Texas again. Look at this little pocket of Oklahoma right here. Okay. It looks like it's currently these two fighting everyone. And rest of this, South Carolina joined Alabama. Was not seeing that. Washington and California reformed an alliance. They realized it's going to be necessary. So we're down to 7 nations. So let's take a look. These two are allied. Washington and California. Michigan and Oklahoma. Okay. Texas and Massachusetts and Alabama. So we got the South and we got the North. We have pretty much the East and the South. The South against probably like the high North all the way over to some of the Northwest. And then we got all of the East Coast practically with some of the Midwest. That's our war right now. That's our alliances. Let's speed this up just a tad. Texas seceded, gave itself into the fucking Alabama, the United States of Alabama. Coward. Oklahoma waging a war on 2 fronts. Can they conquer the North Peninsula? Come on. Yes, drive Michigan back into the north. Okay. Michigan meat is about... Nope. Michigan doing well, although Alabama's not. Alabama is almost out of money. Massachusetts is too, but Michigan and Oklahoma has a lot. Oklahoma may unfortunately win this. I'm saying may, not definite. Alabama's currently the biggest on the map, though. It took Alabama and Massachusetts for years, countless dead, to figure out, hey, maybe we should, team up. This war has been going on for a few hundred years. Remember, this started in 2024. It's now 2034. It's more than 200 years this war has been going on. Alabama joined the Michigan Syndicate. What? I guess they broke the alliance with Massachusetts. Oklahoma and Washington and California alliance. The East Coast Alliance versus Oklahoma. They'd have to break through Oklahoma to get to anybody else. Oh, no. War's back on, and they are doing well. Yeah, the West Coast don't want none of the... wants all of the East Coast. And the East Coast just like, nah, let's not have this fight. We don't want that smoke. War's back on. New England and Alabama... Massachusetts and Alabama fighting again. That's just a stalemate. The ground is just red here by this point. There's been so much death and bodies spilt, bodies put down in the ground, blood spilt, that this is now going to be known as the Red Massachusetts Line. And look, the war is pretty much staying right in that general area. Oh, Oklahoma getting eaten like it's a cake. Oklahoma is that gay cake you see in Walmart. Okay, it's a two-front. You declare war, then you want peace. Oklahoma declares war. Oh. So they got their elite troops here. They are about to conquer Washington. Oh, no. Are there elite troops? Are there elite troops about to die? No. Come on. Get over here as well. Come on. Oh, so close. Okay. That was stupid. Oklahoma, Massachusetts. See? I tell you, it's still at that fucking line. Massachusetts, it's just a stalemate between those two. Oregon. Are they gonna conquer Washington this time? Will they kill the leader of the alliance? Oh! Washington goes down! The elite soldiers Oklahoma put up here did the trick. Okay. What? Oklahoma did a sneak. Massachusetts getting mildly pushed back. It's no longer at that line of death. Come on. Gotta knock out the course. Take Massachusetts. Now it's up here. Gotta take their capital. Oh, California out of money. Just look at them get. Oh, Massachusetts went fucking ham now. It's back at the line. You see that? It's back at the fucking line. California begged for peace. They're gonna. California and Massachusetts formed an alliance. Michigan joined the alliance. Oh god, it's Oklahoma and Alabama versus the fucking Triple Entente. Jesus Christ. Oh, there goes war. Oh, Massachusetts not at war. Okay. Oh no, it's Alabama versus Michigan. That's odd. Okay. Michigan just feeding gold, or Massachusetts feeding gold to Massachusetts. Oklahoma out of money. Oklahoma out of money. So, oh, now is California too. Okay. Beg for peace there, I do not know. Now the war's still going on at that fucking line. Or just a tad south of it. Oklahoma making a quick resurgence. California out of money again. Massachusetts feeding the money. No, Massachusetts, you keep doing that, I'm gonna fucking delete your money. Oklahoma out of money. So is California. So it's just yum yum. Oklahoma has a bit of fucking whatever was normally left of their state. Awards back on. Oklahoma is dead. Yep, there goes Oklahoma. California out of. Oh, they got some from somewhere. And there it goes. Come on. Neither Michigan and California, 2 versus Alabama, and they are losing. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Oh, now it's 3 versus 1. Massachusetts has some money, but they're getting pushed back. Now it's, oh, they just went right, they blew right past the line in some areas. Alabama wins. It's gonna be legal to fuck your cousin. You know, sweet home Alabama. Back to the line, pushing a little bit south. The war doesn't last that long. I will make it a fight to the death if they keep doing this fucking penny pushing shit. The war is lasting like a month or 2. Then they do a ceasefire. Fuck. Come on. There we go. Alabama started the fight. And you're losing, Alabama. Don't. Oh, no. You're eating Michigan now. They're out of money. California will be next. Okay. Michigan has finally pushed past the line for the most part. Oh, they just dominating in the north. Yeah, no, there they stopped it. Michigan abandoned the Massachusetts syndicate. And yeah, they're about to die. Michigan's about to die. They formed an alliance with Alabama. Don't give them gold. Well, shit. California's out of gold. Michigan versus Alabama again. Fucking... This war is fucking eternal, I swear to God. It's lasted longer than the 100 Years' War between England and France. California's out of gold again. Michigan and Alabama claiming some lost land. And, oh, Alabama almost lost their headquarters, which kicks back up. They only got 3 more cores, so... You start that war again, you better finish it. Michigan's gonna be easier to beat, for the most part. Unless you let them conquer all that shit. Massachusetts providing California with some gold. They're making a pushback, it's not gonna last. Alabama with less than 3,000. Massachusetts at half that. Michigan less than 1,000. California less than 300. Alabama's currently the favorite to win unless those 3 can work together. If those 3 work together, I think they may be able to win. But with California waging a full front war against anything that's not California, they're going to run out of money. They're less than 300 now. Yep, see? Michigan giving money to Alabama like they need it. Michigan getting just pushed back, or now they're pushing Alabama back. I guess the Alabama's all smoke and mirrors. California's out of money. They're getting just gay caked. Oh, yeah, there it goes. There it goes. California getting deliciously fucked. Lost the headquarters. They went back to Los Angeles, or whatever the fuck their headquarters or capital is. And no, come on. Stop feeding the money like California. Die! California conquered by Alabama. Yeehaw! Fucking cousin fuckers. It can now be Michigan versus Massachusetts, and Michigan and Massachusetts versus Alabama. Alabama's gonna win. Both of them together don't have more than... Alabama and Massachusetts formed an alliance. Are you fucking kidding me? Massachusetts is giving money to the one that's gonna dominate it. Jesus Christ. Michigan's about to die. You see what I mean? They ran out of gold, and it's just a complete bye-bye Michigan. Massachusetts is about to die. Alabama abandoned the coalition. Oh, let's just keep going. Come on. Hey, Massachusetts. No, they got less money. Oh. Yeah, Alabama. Pushing the line now. Come on, get to the Massachusetts bloodline. Or unless they're gonna make a bigger, broader line. Fucking Pennsylvania and a number of other states. They already fucking made one through like the top half of... Oh, Michigan's less than 300, Massachusetts less than 300. They're making a final desperate stand, begging for peace. Massachusetts is done for now. Alabama wants the war to continue. Ceasefire ended. And they're trying to hold them as best they can. They had less than 100 there for a second. Did you see it? Alabama reignites the war. Massachusetts keeps begging for peace. Alabama stop accepting it. And the war reignites. they make grounds that beg for peace. Yep. Alabama, keep the war going. Stop losing ground. You got more money than them. Damn. They're trying to make a new fucking line to match the bloodline they already got fucking right here. With more bodies and whatnot. They have fought over these two areas so fucking much. War's been going on for 400 years. Massachusetts is finally out of money. And boop! Massachusetts is out of the game. Okay. So, congratulations, guys. We have our winner. The state of cousin fucking Alabama. So I guess it's now legal to marry your cousin, your first, third, second, whatever. Fuck them and have some deformed extra chromosome having children. Yeehaw and sweet home Alabama, I guess. This has been Mainkiller 7, the Radical Ranter, out.